Hello everybody, Patsy here. Welcome to Lamplight City from Grundislav Games, the makers of A Golden Wake and Shotlight. Been looking forward to this game for a while now, so let's check it out. Here we go. Starting a new game.
Wake up, sunshine.
Haven't I told you not to call me that?
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Bit too much Bollingworth ale is all. That stuff really creeps up on you.
Sorry I couldn't join you, but I was long overdue for a quiet night in with Addie.
That's fine. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Hell, maybe Adelaide can even join us. It's been ages since she last drank me under the table.
Afraid she mostly sticks to tea these days.
Miles, what exactly is it we're looking into? I may have dozed off during the briefing.
You sleep through the briefings?
Sure, it's really not that difficult. Snelling's monotonous drone works better than Cold Tit's emulsified soporific.
Very funny. Anyway, it's a burglary at the Hambrook Flower Shop.
A burglary, eh? How dull. At least we'll have enough time to get a drink afterwards.
You seem awfully certain of that.
I am. In fact, I'd bet the devil my head that we're done within the hour.
Well, the devil's gonna be disappointed that his winnings are so meager. Ah, we've arrived. After you, Bill.
The city of New Bretagne, Borough of Chaumondelaye, 1844.
Thank you. Keep the change.
And so, our night of excitement begins.
You, more than anyone else, should know that there's rarely a dull night in Chumley.
I have a feeling tonight will be the exception. Until we get to the pub, that is.
Keep your mind on the case, Bill. Now let's get a move on.
So, okay, left click to interact with objects. The mouse cursor is context sensitive. So, who are we? Are we police? Private investigators? Or what? The Hambrook Flower Shop.
That reminds me. I should pick up a bouquet for Addie when we're done here.
Seems like you've been spending more time with me than with her lately. I sure hope she's not the jealous type.
I hope not. Phil Ledger. Our partner, right? Okay, so if we right click with our mouse, current case files. The Hambrook Flower Shop has been burglarized. Will the burglar return? Or insist investigation just a formality? I don't know. That's why we are here. Suspects, clues, documentation.
Bill, could I have a word?
What's on your mind, Fordham?
Ooh, I like the portraits here. They look pretty nice.
A burglary at a flower shop. Not the most thrilling case we've had, is it?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say Snelling's been giving us the boring cases lately on purpose.
Why would he do something like that?
He's eyeing a promotion to chief of police. He'd sell his own mother's cane if he thought it would help. Plus, there's no secret he doesn't like us.
I can't understand why. I've shown him nothing but respect.
It's because you're too good at what you do. And because you're friends with me.
What's that got to do with anything?
Not everyone is as open-minded as you, Miles. Let's just leave it at that.
Friends with you, not as open-minded. Okay, what do you mean? I really like the pictures here, guys. The lip sync. That's pretty nice. It fits the wording of the mouth.
You ever miss living out here, Bill?
About as much as you missed stepping in that pile of horseshit last week.
I was distracted by that story you were telling me about your sister. How's she doing out west, anyway?
Well, she's not in the chum, so... fantastic. Living here was about as fun as wearing a vest made of meat to a dogfight. I'm glad we both managed to get out. Oh, and by the way, Miles, you didn't do such a great job of cleaning your shoes.
That would explain all the funny looks I've been getting.
What is wrong with my shoes? They look pretty shiny from up here. There's nothing wrong. Maybe it's a smell.
Still feeling rough, Bill?
Yes, but I'll feel better once this case is finished and we can go down to the Angel for a pint or four.
Hair of the dog?
No better medicine.
When's the last time you took any time off?
That's a good question. What year is this again?
I think we've both been working a bit too much lately. Addie's been wanting to go visit her mother in Dixie. Maybe we can all go.
That sounds nice, but I wouldn't want to be a third wheel on a visit to your in-laws. Unless... would Adelaide's brother be there by any chance?
You're incorrigible, Bill.
It's one of my finer qualities.
Okay. There's a lot of talking.
Got any opinions on the upcoming election?
I'll just be glad when it's all over. Seems like the last few months have been nothing but people giving opinions and telling me what to do without a moment's peace.
I know what you mean. I already saw some kids putting up Atwood posters down my street.
I already drew mustaches in all the ones on my street.
Handlebar?
Yeah, you know me too well.
I always thought of Atwood as more of a Van Dyke type of man myself.
I can see that. Yeah. Well, there's something to do tomorrow.
You enjoying this weather? It's a nice evening for it, not too hot. I find a bit of fresh air always helps clear out the mental cobwebs.
It's just too bad the air in the chum is about as fresh as a week-old corpse. At any rate, it'll be winter before you know it. The whole city will be shut down, and we'll be digging bodies out from under the snowbanks.
Always something to look forward to. The ferry ride over was surprisingly uneventful, don't you think?
I know. It doesn't really feel like a visit to the chum without seeing at least one fistfight. Ah, well, there's always the ride back.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
All right, fellows. That was a long conversation. We're here on our case. Enough chit-chat. Yeah, but you know me. I love conversations with other characters. It gives the story a little bit context, you know? So that was pretty nice.
Certainly looks cozy in there.
Plants have a nice way of doing that.
What is that, the signboard? HCO? Maybe it's a broken window. Maybe that's how the burglar got in. Using the broken window.
Come on, Bill.
Charming little place, isn't it?
Charming, but empty. We need to find the owner.
Always so to the point for them. If ever there was a better time to stop and smell the flowers.
I think I'll leave that to you, Bill.
With my allergies? Hardly.
Oh, I love them, guys. I love the two characters. I really love their chit-chat. So the flower shop looks pretty empty, huh? Maybe almost too empty.
Plants hanging on hooks. A nice space-saving method.
I'd probably bang my head against them constantly if I had them in my apartment.
Half price? Those are half price. The center display.
Not too many left. Seems business isn't so bad around here.
Well, you know what they say. There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and people taking advantage of sales.
This is quite the selection. Come over here and take a whiff, Bill.
Sure, if you don't mind me getting snot all over your coat.
Oh, no, not the Myers case all over again. On second thought, you can just stay over there.
Yeah, stay there. Don't move. Don't move away. Okay, there's a price list over here.
These prices are pretty reasonable. The place I go in Worcester's clearly robbing me blind.
If you think those are bad, don't go near the flower shops in Lyon.
The nozzles? Whoa, the shop is automatic sprinkler, and we are talking 1844. The year is 1844, and they have automatic sprinklers. Wow.
These seem to be part of the watering system for the flowers.
I haven't seen old piping like this in a while. Seems like someone's reluctant to upgrade.
Technology is so advanced already. Hello, good morning, Moderator Ray. Hello, how are you? And also, we have another newcomer, Daybreak. How are you, Daybreak? Again, I want to welcome everybody to the stream. Everybody on YouTube and Twitch, hello, good morning.
The staircase isn't very well lit.
I'll go first. That way you can catch me if I fall.
We should probably ask for permission before heading up there. Mostly a bunch of fertilizer and growth tonics.
Growth tonics, eh?
Plant growth tonics, Bill.
Of course. I knew that.
Okay, I'm beginning to see why he said what he said. About open-mindedness? Okay, I have a guess, I have a hunch. But... alright, looks like we can ring a bell here.
Be right
Anyone
there.
here? Hello?
Oh, hello, gentlemen. I must say you caught me by surprise. I was preparing to close soon. May I help you find anything? The flowers in the center display are half price this week, and I have a special on chrysanthemums today. Or perhaps a custom bouquet for the special ladies in your lives?
I have no need myself, but maybe Adelaide would appreciate a little something. Eh, Miles? Those peonies in the corner look nice.
I'm afraid we're not here as customers tonight, ma'am. We'd like to have a word with the proprietor. Is he in?
I see. I'm Cecilia Handbook, and this is my shop. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm Detective Miles Fordham, and this is my partner, William Legere. We received a report of a burglary at your store.
A report? From whom? I never contacted the police before, and I didn't this time, either.
What?
It was made anonymously. But are you saying this isn't the first time it's happened?
Correct. It's happened 3 times. But considering the police hardly care about the daily muggings and vandalisms around here, I didn't think they would be interested in something so trivial.
Well, we're here now, and we'll do all we can to help you.
We'll have to see about that.
If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Handbrook, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Very well, Detective.
Okay, so if you didn't call the police, you didn't report on the crimes, then who did, guys? Isn't this a bit odd? Who reported the crimes?
Could you give me the details concerning the burglaries?
About 3 weeks ago on Monday, I noticed that my order of Easter lilies was missing. At first, I thought nothing of it. Sometimes certain types of flowers are unavailable or arrive in poor condition. These things happen. Then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, it happened again. But this time, I noticed something rather odd.
Go on.
When I opened the shop, there were 6 crowns and 10 shillings on the counter.
Oh.
That's exactly the cost of 2 orders of lilies. Last Friday, it happened yet again. The lilies were missing, and there was payment for 1 order on the counter. I believe that someone has been breaking into my shop after hours, taking the lilies, and leaving money behind.
How unusual.
Okay, so... you can't really call this a theft then, guys. The perpetrator paid for the flowers, putting coins down the table. So... yeah, then who reported the crimes? It is so odd.
Have you noticed any suspicious characters lurking around?
Detective Fordham, this is Chumley. You can't throw a stone without hitting a suspicious character. And if you've noticed my window, you'd be aware that stones get thrown around quite a bit in this neighborhood. If you're looking for trouble, you're far more likely to find it out there than in here.
I meant if you'd seen anyone out of the ordinary near your shop.
Only the 2 men from the police who entered it tonight. That is most definitely out of the ordinary.
Have you found any evidence of a break-in?
No, the front door is always locked. My assistant Trevor and I are the only ones with the key.
Are there any other points of access to the building?
The upstairs windows, I suppose, but I make sure to keep them locked, and neither of them have been broken.
Would you allow us to have a look upstairs?
Is that really necessary? I was
Yes.
just about to close up the shop.
It won't take but a moment.
Fine, I suppose you may, but please, don't dally too long.
So, this burglar has been paying for the stolen goods?
That would appear to be the case, yes. I really don't think this could even be considered a crime. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother reporting it to the police.
And the other reasons?
Oh, I think I've already made those quite clear, Detective.
You have?
You mentioned your assistant has the other shop key. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Trevor Hastings, and he has been working for me for the past 10 years.
Do you trust him?
Implicitly. I've known him for ages, and he has been my full-time assistant since shortly after my husband died. You're not suggesting he had anything to do with this, are you?
Not at all. I would like to speak with him, though. Where might I find him?
It's Friday, so he should be on his way back from the docks right now. He'll be bringing my flower order within the hour.
Good. We'll meet him here, then. If that's all right with you.
I suppose I don't really have much of a choice, do I?
No, you don't, madame.
Have you been in business long?
Yes, I opened this shop 30 years ago, along with my late husband, David. But the past 10 years, I've been running things on my own.
Don't you feel unsafe being here by yourself so late into the night?
Detective, when you've lived in this part of town as long as I have, it takes quite a lot to scare you.
I think that's all the information I need for now.
All right, Detective.
So late into the night. So why is a flower shop still open so late in the night? Doesn't make sense. Do you get customers so late in the night? I don't think so. Okay, so we have received permission to go upstairs. So let's go, my partner.
Interesting choice of decor in here.
Perhaps it wasn't always used as a storeroom, although I can understand why it would have been converted.
Yeah, it is rather drafty in here.
Drafty? Hello, Trishina. Welcome to the stream. How are you? First time seeing you here.
I would imagine that keeping a consistent temperature in here is important for the flowers.
When do you suppose this contraption was last serviced?
Hard to say. Definitely not recently, if the dust buildup is any indication.
So there's a heater, huh?
A pastoral landscape. Definitely nowhere near here.
I've never much understood art, but it would be nice to see a place like that in person.
Okay, there are pictures. Husband and wife.
A rather distinguished-looking gentleman.
Reminds me of Captain Snelling, if he ever smiled.
A young lady. Perhaps a relation of Mrs. Hanbrook?
That's her.
I can see the resemblance. Sort of.
There's a young Mrs. Hanbrook. And her husband.
Seems to be the broken pot storage area.
Why not just throw them away, I wonder?
It's likely they're going to be repaired. I noticed some faint cracks in some of the pots downstairs. I've seen this type of device before. It's a special container for growing plants. Specific temperature and water conditions can be adjusted. Seems to be empty right now, though. And judging by the dust, it hasn't been used in a long time, if ever.
It seems Mrs. Hanbrook isn't too fond of steam tech, or just doesn't understand it.
That is like the most expensive thing in the shop. And if our corporates are here for burglary, then why didn't they steal that device? Doesn't make sense.
I don't think this window would serve as a viable means of entry.
It's a nice view, though. You can hardly see the vomit and manure piles on the street from up here.
Ugh.
Unmarked, but if the smell is anything to go by, this is where the flowers are stored when delivered.
I'll keep my distance then.
Rotten flowers inside? You really smell it, Bill Ledger. Okay, fire escape.
This provides a means of escape from the top floor, or access to this window from the ground. The window latch, securely locked.
It's only locked with a bar. So pretty easy to unlock. With that hole, the gap, you can even lift the latch from the outside. It's pretty easy to do with a fishhook, guys.
Interesting. There's a gap between the window and the frame here. No wonder it's so drafty in this room.
Yeah, we've done this a million
I
times.
wonder
What are you thinking, Fordham?
that it's time for an experiment. I'm going to need a tool, however. Something long and thin should do the trick.
Shouldn't be too hard to find something like that around here.
Yeah, even long hook can lift the ledge. We've done this many, many times in casual gaming. This is nothing new. Okay, our casebook. It has been updating crazily, so why don't we take a look here? The device? IBM XT is stored to automate the playing modeling. That's funny. Okay, so we have new clues. Missing lilies. Those are missing flowers, right? Points of entry. Front door and the window. The one we are looking at right now. And the window gap. Yeah, the whole near the window. Upstairs, the windows. And also there are 2 keys to the shop. The missus downstairs. She has one and her assistant has one. Alright, so do I have an inventory bar or not? I don't see an inventory bar. Maybe because I have no items right now. Okay, long tool. Need to find a long tool. Hotspot icons will change when new interactions are available. And is there a key showing us all the hotspots? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see it. Hanging plants, is that a new icon?
Aha! This hook is exactly what I need.
Oh.
Mrs. Handbrook, may I borrow this hook for a few minutes? It's crucial to our investigation.
Is that so?
Yes, I promise I'll put it back as soon as I'm done.
Please do, Detective.
Yeah, the icon changed into a hand icon. Okay, that's pretty player friendly. Okay, I still don't see an inventory bar here. Maybe I don't have one. Okay, I think I need to go outside first.
Good. Bill, it's time for our experiment.
And what is this experiment going to be exactly?
Simple. I'm going to see if this hook can get me inside the shop. Rather dark out here.
Watch your step, then. This experiment of yours isn't worth a broken neck.
I'll be fine. Now then, could you please close and lock the window, Bill?
Oh, am I doing it? Oh, I am doing it. And a little bit to the left, please. Perfect. Pretty easy.
Well, I'd say this is fairly incontrovertible proof that the building can easily be broken into without arousing suspicion.
Where'd you learn how to do that, anyway?
You taught me, remember?
Nah. Are you sure it was me?
Positive. We were a few pints in at the Angel about 5 years ago, and you decided I should learn how to pick locks.
What else have I taught you how to do while drunk?
That would be telling.
You taught me many, many, many things, Bill. So what do you think, Bill?
What's going on, Miles?
Time to chit-chat.
I've heard of honor among thieves, but have you ever known a thief to pay for stolen goods?
Perhaps conducting normal business is just too boring for him. Do you think he might be doing it for the thrill?
There could be any number of reasons. The best way to find out is to catch the culprit and ask him ourselves. What's your impression of dear old Mrs. Handbrook?
I like her. Good old-fashioned, tough-as-nails Chumley woman. Reminds me of my mother.
Your mother was never quite so stubborn. Why do you suppose she's so reluctant to accept our help?
It's a chum thing, Miles. You wouldn't understand.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
It's a chum thing?